FlossTube.
Hi, FlossTube. This is Pam.
And this is Steph.
And this is Just Keep Stitching.
Sorry.
Episode 24.
4 plus 10 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. I think. Because math.
Whatever.
24.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
We're back. It is the Sunday before Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. And so we're kind of making up our menu and planning the big feast.
The big feast for the big four of us.
For the big four of us. Yeah. My son and daughter-in-law have been here. We've had a great time. Mm-hmm. And they are coming back on Wednesday. Mm-hmm. And so,
for the big feast.
For the big feast. But they've left. And so we are pretty much on schedule with this week's FlossTube. Welcome to anybody that's just found us. And hello to all of our loyal viewers and commenters. We appreciate everybody.
Yes, we do.
We had a fairly atypical week last week. Does
that mean not typical?
Correct.
We yes, we did.
We did spend the afternoon at Keepsakes on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday. And I worked on. We both worked on our stitching. Was it Wednesday? Oh, Wednesday. Sorry, Wednesday.
I think.
Because we knew, because of our company, we weren't going to be able to go to our typical, usual Friday afternoon. So we went over there on Wednesday. Yeah. And we did not get to go to our third Thursday stitch-in for the same reason. So hello to everybody we miss seeing over at Panera in Milford.
Hello.
And so a fairly uneventful stitching week, primarily in terms of events and get-togethers.
Correct.
So we have a few things to share that have to do with what we've been doing around here for stitching. We want to make sure that we say a special hello to a young lady who came into the shop when we were there on Wednesday.
Yep.
Her name is Jovita, and she lives in Dayton, Ohio.
Hello.
And we were sitting there at the table, our usual spot, stitching, and Barbara greeted the customer and said, "How did you hear about us?" She had driven down, like I said, from Dayton, and Jovita said, "Pam and Steph?" She was so sweet. And so, of course, Barbara said, "Well, you might want to say hello. They're sitting right over there." So, hi, Jovita, and It was so nice to meet you, and we hope that you continue to come down and
come to our stitch-ins.
Come to our stitch-ins and think about Stitch Away. We'd love for us to join you. We'd love for you to join us.
Yeah. Basically.
So, that was really nice.
We're fun people.
And we're getting down to it in terms of Stitch Away. Stitch Away is our local LNS's...
Local LNS.
Oh, shoot. I don't want to say that. Our LNS's annual stitching retreat that's always held over Martin Luther King weekend. If you would like more details, check out our shop's Facebook page, which Stephanie is the admin for, and you can find it on Facebook simply under Keepsakes, and she keeps it updated with events. There's a registration form for Stitch Away, and
you click on events, and then I have the Shop Small Saturday, which is the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Right.
And then I have the December Stitch-In, which is this Friday, December 1st. It's the Stitch-In and Cookie Exchange.
Right.
And then I also have the Stitch Away. There is no January Stitch-In, which is our first Friday of the month. There is none in January because of Stitch Away.
Correct.
So, yeah, so all the details are there, and like Mom said, if you click on Get Tickets, it will automatically open up the PDF that you need to fill out and either email to Barbara or mail it to Barbara or whatever.
Right.
So If you have any questions, feel free to either send the Facebook page a message. I'm pretty much up to speed on all the details. Or you can call the shop.
Right. We hear tell that our fellow floss tubers, Drew and Phil, are coming over to our December First Friday Stitch-In / Cookie Exchange. So we're looking forward to seeing them again.
Yep.
And let's talk about whips.
Okay.
Why don't you start, Stephanie?
That's because I put my name first on the list.
Okay.
So I am actually doing, this is the first commissioned piece that I'm doing. Barbara has a customer. Actually, the funny part is that I don't know who it's going to at the end of the day. No idea. But I know that it's a friend of Barbara's. And Barbara had, I'm probably going to get this wrong, but I'm pretty sure that it is, Barbara's friend has a daughter who is married, whose husband recently passed away. And so, like, Barbara doesn't know the daughter, I think, very well, if at all. But anyway, so the friend wanted something stitched and originally asked Barbara to do it. Because Barbara had done this. And this is off of Barbara's wall. This isn't what I did. Sorry about the glare. But it's kind of like an in memoriam piece, if you will. So, but the reason that I have it is for the banners in between. So, like the hearts and stuff. So, the words aren't exactly the same. So anyway, so Barbara and this woman came up with this poem. I don't know if they like found it online or whatever, but either way. And then Barbara charted it. So Barbara did all the heavy lifting besides the stitching. Barbara was like, I would love to stitch this for you, but between finishing for Christmas and ornaments and running the shop and like everything else she has going on, she was like, I can't do it for you in time, but I know someone that can. That's someone being me. So, and so Barbara picked out the fabric. She picked out all the floss. She talked to this lady about what color she wanted and all that. So this is the chart that I'm doing. So it's all words. We all know I like words. So the poem says, missing you always. You never said I'm leaving. You never said goodbye. You were gone before we knew it, and only God knows why. In life I have loved you dearly. In death I love you still. In my heart I hold a place that only you can fill. It broke my heart to lose you, but you didn't go alone. A part of me went with you the day God took you home. And then it has like his dates and all that kind of stuff. So, this is funny, just not funny, but it's funny just because like I'm used to having a paper pattern. So like when I'm working on it, I'm like, excuse me while I get my piece of cardboard. Because I tried photocopying it, did not end well. So either way, anyway, regardless of that. So, it's a 32 count even weave. And that's how much I have done so far. So it took me longer to like find the middle and count over and all that stuff. But it took me longer to do that than it did to stitch the word you always. But yeah, so it's, and then what I'm going to do is in between the stanzas is put like a little banner type thing. So like the hearts or the whatever. Right. So
off of the one that Barbara has.
Correct. So that's why I have that other one. So, okay. So that's this. Mm-hmm. And then, this is, I haven't been posting pictures of that just because, like, that was just, like, one day's work on it, so it wasn't that exciting. And then, February, so I have the U, the first R, the V, the E, and most of the first F.
So she started in the middle and went back to the beginning of the word.
Yes.
Right.
So I just punched her in the face. I'm just kidding. I didn't really. So, this is on 28 count blueberry joblin that I purchased at Craft Gallery in Findlay. So I'm over halfway done. Just saying. So, I'll go through and show you all the different ones. So there's the U. So we like, as I've been going through, we've been trying to figure out like what exactly the motif is. Like you can tell, but still like, so I decided that this U is You Hold My Heart, or Jar of Hearts, because it kind of looks like a jar. And then the R is the Masquerade, obviously. And then the B is the Queen of Hearts. I thought that was going to be way more painful than it was to stitch. It was really nice, actually. This is the Love Nest. There's some back stitching I have to do. Look at that little chubby bird. Isn't he cute? So, that little, like the white heart was just a pain in the butt to stitch, just because it was. And then this, which you can't really tell, but is going to be a key and then like a locking key. So the key to my heart. So, yeah. And then I will go back and do the A, R, and Y back over here. But I was not like intimidated per se by this, but I was like, this is going to be a big project. And
she's sailing through it.
And when did we go to Craft Gallery? Like
a couple weeks ago.
So, and I didn't start it till the middle of the week when we got back. So,
yep.
So yeah, so it's fun and I like it. And then I'm gonna have to stitch all the other months now. So, thanks for
well, if you do, I would gently suggest that you do them all in the same count, so they're all the same size.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do them all in the same color.
No, but the same. I'm
gonna stitch them all on Gobble though, for sure.
Oh yeah.
But anyhow.
Right.
So, but since that's like all I've been working on is this, so sorry guys, that's all I got.
Okay.
What do you got, Pam?
What have I got? The first thing I have is something that I've been kind of steaming through the last few days, and that is my Canada sampler, which is by Stitch Rovia, and it was a digital download, and it is a blast to stitch. I have half my family, my mother's branch of the family, hails from Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, Canada. And so last year, this year is the anniversary of the Confederation of Canada.
That's right.
And I was in Canada last year.
Right.
I went there with my sister. We went up to New Brunswick, and we were there for a huge family reunion. People came from all over the world, and it was in New Brunswick. And we went to the LNS in Moncton because you count. And I guess I can say that I just really feel very close to Canada and Canadians because of that.
Right.
I'm originally from Maine, so my Canadian ancestors migrated to the States, into the state of Maine.
Right.
And other places, but that was...
Mostly Maine.
Yeah. And from where I grew up in Maine, it really is not a very far trek before you are in Canada.
Right.
In 2000, 17 years ago, the kids and I and my folks went to Canada. We saw many of our Canadian cousins in New Brunswick.
It was fun.
And we drove over the Confederation Bridge to Prince Edward Island. We visited Green Gables. And
cool.
Then we took the car ferry back into Nova Scotia. We didn't spend a whole lot of time in Nova Scotia, and the next time I go to Canada, I really want to go to Nova Scotia because I have my great-grandmother was from Nova Scotia, and I really want to spend more time there sometime in the future.
Can I go too?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So, so I've been working on, and there is a Facebook group called Happy 150th Canadian Sal, and we're all kind of doing Canadian things.
Oh, okay.
Which is a wonderful resource for this pattern. My Remembrance Day piece that you may have seen if you've watched our earlier videos or older videos was basically the piece that I completed because some of my Canadian ancestors did fight and a couple perished in France during the First World War. So that was very meaningful. This just is
fun.
It's fun. It's meaningful, but it's more fun.
Right.
It's on the Stitchrovia Etsy shop, I'm sure.
Yep, it is.
That's where I got it. I didn't bring a full picture of it, but the motifs make up the shape of the Canadian maple leaf.
Right.
And I chose to start with the huge red Canada, which is in the middle. And others have gone in different directions. Obviously, with the shape of a maple leaf, you can go any direction you want to until it's complete. And I think one of the first ways I headed was to do the goose.
Yeah, because his feet touched the
right. And then I went up and did the hockey skate.
Yep.
I had to ask a couple of questions, but I think I'm actually more knowledgeable than I give myself credit for. Obviously, you see the Mountie.
Right here.
He's really, really cute.
Precious.
And the beaver. Some of these are self-explanatory. When we were over at the shop on Wednesday, I worked on that beautiful tree.
Yep.
And right on the goose's back is, let me see if I can get a close-up of it, is the traditional Hudson's Bay blanket. And
super cool.
There are some other buildings on this. So using Facebook as my resource, I quizzed the gals over there. I was pretty sure, but I wanted to...
By over there, you mean on the Facebook page, right?
Right. I wanted to make sure that I was correct. But the house above the beaver is actually Green Gables. Anne's home, which we visited in 2000.
And I read all those books when I was a kid. So.
Right. So that's meaningful. Above the house is an axe.
Right here.
And above the axe is a campfire.
Obviously.
To the...
That.
Yeah, beside the fire is a coffee cup. And the coffee cup represents a Tim Hortons coffee.
Timmy Ho-Ho's.
Timmy Ho-Ho's. There used to be a lot of Tim Hortons in the state of Maine, and I think we might have one or two in the state of Ohio, actually. But they are really kind of a coffee obsession in Canada.
Right. They're like the Dunkin' Donuts of Canada.
Right. And unfortunately, or whatever, the Dunkin' Donuts company, which kind of corners the market on quick coffee in the state of Maine, is basically horned in on the coffee and donut business. And there are no more Tim Hortons in the state of Maine that I know of. If I'm wrong on that, someone can chime in.
They might be up in northern Maine, but there's none in like Portland or nothing.
Right. And they used to be pretty common right along with Dunkin' Donuts. But Dunkin' Donuts is pretty much the standard. And of course, I don't know if this is interesting to anybody, but one of the New England isms about coffee is that a regular coffee, if you go into Maine and say, give me a regular, that is cream and sugar. That's just one of those cutesy little things.
Fun fact.
That's, that was common years ago. Now with all the fancy coffees, I guess that's gone by the wayside. And I also did the two snowshoes. So now I'm over in this section, and this section has a coin. And this was so fun. When we went to Canada, Laura and I, in 2016, we got into St. John, and we immediately took our cash to a bank in downtown St. John to convert our money. And I don't know whether we knew this ahead of time or not, but there are no such things as pennies in Canada, which is ingenious. And also they have a $1 coin, which is called a loonie for the loon. And they have a toonie coin, which is a $2 coin, obviously toonie. So Loonies and Toonies, and that is supposed to be a Looney. And
There you go.
yeah, there you go. I've made sure that I was speaking accurately. Why is that not focusing? But anyway, and so far I'm good. There are a few other buildings, like the CN Tower, and there's a beautiful totem pole at the bottom. So anyway, that's you can kind of see this is going to go up to a point up here, and then branch out to the different directions for the maple leaf, and then down into the stem.
Are you going to go clockwise?
I don't know what I'm going to do. That's the fun of this, is that you can say, oh, let me go work on that. Let me go get that motif in.
Yeah.
So it's been super fun. And I know some Canadians with different hockey team allegiances have changed out a few things from what was charted. First of all, I'm not a big hockey fan, so it really doesn't matter that much to me. But this has just been so fun. And I'll probably continue with it.
Yep.
Okay. That was a lot about Canada sampler.
Here.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
The other quote-unquote whip, as promised from last week, is my mother's tree. I did work very steadily, and it is, except for the last two letters in our last name, in Stephanie's last name, it is complete. But the plan was that Barbara at Keepsakes and I would work on this together through the summer. Barbara's a one project at a time stitcher, and she got so far ahead of me that she stopped to wait for me to catch up because I was alternating projects. So I caught up, and
then some.
and then I got ahead of her, actually, because I got all the way down to Stephanie's last name. So I'll just hold it up so you can see. So the plan is that we are going to put the last two letters of both of our daughters' last names in together, and we will film it. We have a time set at the shop on Tuesday afternoon, this coming day after tomorrow. And you will see, which will be super fun, and we'll attach it to our video, the one after this one.
Yeah, post-Thanksgiving.
Post-Thanksgiving, whenever we get to that. Right. Trees are.
Yes.
Our mother's trees are very different in terms of the color of our fabric, the color of our fibers, and a few variations in layout, which we'll talk about when we do our video.
Yeah.
So this is really technically a whip, but within a matter of
like 10 minutes.
10-15 minutes, both of ours will be done. So we'll talk about that in a short add-on video to our regular scheduled video next week. So that is Mother's Tree. Cool. Okay, so a lot of people have been nice to us this week with sending us some fun things. And so we'll talk about
that first.
We'll talk about that.
So anyone that knows...
How many of you follow Lollipop Stitches over in the UK, then you know that she has recently returned home from a big trip to Disneyland and... Disney World and...
Vegas.
Couldn't think where else she went. Sorry, Lolly. So she was sweet enough to send us this fun postcard, which we love, and put a sweet note on it. So
this is my favorite part.
Oh yeah,
that one. I love her.
Yeah, the lady.
But yeah, it's just really cool.
The lady surfing or whatever she's doing.
So thanks, Lolly. It's going. It's going in our card box.
So glad that you enjoyed your trip. You seemed like you were having an absolute blast.
I know.
So. Thanks to Lolly for thinking of us. We also got, let's see, we also got a very pretty card from Cindy at Cindy's Cross Stitch. And look at that. Isn't that beautiful? A watercolor poppies. And she said, that made her think of me because of my aforementioned poppy piece, my Remembrance Day. And so we thank Cindy for that. She said she was going through her stash and found some things that she said reminded her of us. She sent a really cute, what is this, chipboard or something, a little wooden gift tag or ornament. It's going to go on our tree.
Yep.
It says Home for the Holidays with a red barn in the snow with a little tie. Just as sweet as can be. She said that she found this old cross stitch and country crafts from, get this people, January, February, 89.
Which two?
89. That has a cover piece on it that made her think of me, and I actually love it. Because it is patriotic, it has a whale, it's nautical, and I do love it. The one thing that I may change is I may convert the water to maybe a bluer green.
Yeah.
But other than that, I love the whale. I do love the whale. Yeah. I love the ship. I love everything about this. The water is maybe a little bit too lime green for me, but thank you so much, Cindy. That is really right on point. Whoops. Okay.
What?
We were fading out of.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
And then I got stuff from Cindy too. She said in the letter that she knew that I liked Halloween. So she sent, this is the Lizzy Kate Tingles, and Lizzy Kate I don't have, but what does it say? Why can't I read? Ghosties and Ghoulies. Look at them. I love them.
Yeah, super
and
cute.
then it also has, where's this one says Haunted.
Super cute.
Yep. And it, I guess is part of this whole, did you see this? It's part of this whole.
Yeah, it was a big long
sampler
thing from
Lizzy. So yeah, so that, and then I also got a drawn thread.
A really nice one.
And this is the Halloween house sampler. Look how cute that is. Hi, I'm gonna stitch that in like 3 days. Okay.
Yeah, really cute.
But it's cool. It uses Needle Necessities over dyed floss in copper pennies, woodland fantasy, and Grecian olive.
Something's telling me there are no more needle necessities, and you have to convert it with something else.
I just got.
I may be wrong. I may be wrong.
When did this one come out?
A while ago. I may be wrong, but it seems like I had something that called for needle necessities, and I had to do a conversion. I don't know.
I'm gonna find out.
What?
When,
how can you find
I'm gonna
out?
see when this was made. Oh, 1998.
Yeah, see.
Oh my god, I didn't even have to open it because the date is right there on it, 1998.
That's alright.
So, well, poo. Maybe I could solicit Stitch Mania or FlossTube for needle necessities in those colors.
If you want to be a purist, like your mother, yes.
I had my mother's daughter last time I checked. So, okay.
Okay. So that was from Cindy, right?
It was.
Okay.
Yes.
We also got another look at this, dog lovers.
Okay, wait.
Look
We gotta
up
explain this, though.
We do?
Yeah, because Suzanne
Yes.
was a person who won one of our Halloween giveaways.
Oh, that's right.
And she sent us this package as a thank you
For winning the giveaway.
For winning the giveaway.
No, Suzanne, you didn't need to do this.
Didn't I, too?
Very sweet of you.
And I love
Very
it.
much appreciated.
But I was
but
like...
when you win a giveaway, you don't need to reciprocate.
But
anyway.
Continue to reciprocate. I'm just saying. But anyway, wait for this card.
Okay, so this is what we get back from Suzanne because she won our Halloween, one of our Halloween giveaways.
I couldn't even put it on the mantle because I couldn't stop laughing.
What are you laughing about?
At the dog on the cover of it.
He's not funny.
Yes, he is.
He's a cute little corgi.
He's cute and funny.
Isn't he precious?
I think he's precious.
Yeah.
Just saying.
We're really not dog people, but
But
small
he's
dogs like
cat-sized dogs.
cat-sized dogs, like dachshunds
Yes.
and corgis, that are low to the ground.
Yeah. Ones that don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't need to post it, Pam.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
So we each got a little package inside.
Yeah. So, individually wrapped. Okay. So, I got 3 Mo's Sale threads.
Andy made me cry, by the way, when you sent this. Because she said that the stitching community is better with the 2 of you in it.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, we know that, but it's just nice to hear.
Okay, Mo's Sale. Evening wood. Kind of purple and then...
Evening wood, Michelle. Kind of like the...
Tan.
The O.
Yeah. And we have TARDIS.
All you, Doctor Who people.
Doctor Who, TARDIS. And Gothel. This goes all kinds of ways because it's yellow, pink, and rosy.
Yeah.
So, that's 3 Mo's Sales.
Mm-hmm.
And look what we got.
She got.
This is my package. Individually wrapped.
Mm-hmm.
2 needle minders that look like the Pilgrim couple. I'm waiting for it to focus.
Well, if you bring it in closer, it will.
Will it?
Nope. No,
Where am I?
right there. There it goes.
There! Aren't they
Look
the
at
cutest things?
Yeah, minders.
Made into needle minders.
Check it.
Check it.
So cute. I love it.
Adorbs. But the pièce de resistance. Seriously.
She says it's so much better than
And we had to show it on the video because, we don't use or wear
Right.
anything we get as a random act of kindness, stitchy kindness, if you will.
Right.
Until after we've shown it on the video.
Correct.
So I need to be putting these on. Check it.
These are funny as hell.
Check it. Gobble Gobble socks.
Oh my god. Look at the hat on
And the grippers are the turkey tracks.
Are they grippers? Oh.
Oh.
Jealousy of grippers.
Check it. Now I can wear these.
Right. Always long.
Suzanne.
Hot socks.
Turkey Gobble Gobble socks. Are
Precious.
these not the best?
I think they're cute.
Oh my god. Super cute.
Hot socks.
And
Hot socks.
a purse calendar for 2 years. 2018, 2019. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Is that the Vietnam Memorial behind it?
Yes. Gee, I hadn't noticed that. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
Cool.
What'd you get from Suzanne, Stephanie?
Well, I'll do it in the same order that you showed. So,
Yeah.
I got 3 Mo's Sale as well. This one is called Black Widow. And it is some blues and reds, some like lighter tones. And then I also got Gaudier. Was that one that you got too?
No.
Oh, Gaudier. And this is like purples and a cream like beige color. And then this one is called Banana Split. And it's got grays and then bright, bright, bright yellow. So, fun. And then I got, these are my needle minders. And they're the Indian couple. Look at how cute they are. Needle minders. Boom. And did you show your socks next or the platter next?
Socks next.
Gotcha. I got socks too, y'all. I got hot socks too. Mine have kitty cats on them. Look at them. So that's Muffin and that's Mosey. And that one kind of looks more like Muff. But either way. Hot socks. Cute. So now I can wear them. Yay. And then my purse calendar is...
Guess what?
Cut! Look at it. Look at the kitty. And I love it. So, I mean, I use the calendar in my phone, but at least now I can, like, write it down, too. So, Thank you.
Suzanne, the thank you for the giveaway was
you.
better than the giveaway.
I know. I was thinking that too. Just saying.
But anyway, we thank you for your
Thank you so
kindness
much.
and for your thoughtful words, and we really
And for the
appreciate
socks.
you. And we really appreciate the socks.
We do. So, next.
Let's see. Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
Michelle. Bendy Stitchy. Our bestie out in Oregon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. It's kind of weird, but I think that...
Okay. So she sent a postcard of the American flag.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it because this is the flag that flew over Fort McHenry.
Where's that?
That is in Baltimore.
Oh.
And that is the flag
cool.
that Francis Scott Key saw and wrote the Star Spangled Banner. See, I love all that history stuff. Love it. Love it. Love it. So, got that from Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
And you probably saw, if you watched Bendy Stitchy, you probably saw she finished her Polly the Pirate Witch.
Yes, if you don't watch Bendy Stitchy,
You need to be watching Bendy Stitchy. And she sent me the chart that she was done with. And this is a Brooks Books. And
It's Polly the Pirate Witch.
yep. And come on, focus. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
She's pretty cute.
she's pretty cute.
She sent me a heart and hand from Cecilia, who's right here in Cincinnati or thereabouts, Middletown, Ohio. Heart and hand, long may she wave.
It's cute.
Love it. That'll go up, in July.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it will.
She sent me
Yes, ma'am.
this patriotic birdhouse fob,
Mm-hmm.
which I love.
Mm-hmm.
And a prairie schooler, because we are going to do a patriotic tree. So we needed
Fair.
sunny days with all these yummy ornaments. OMG.
I hope you stitched this one, Michelle.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't, I'm going to send this back to you.
Yep. All these summer patriotic motifs made into cute
like
little
him.
ornaments.
He's my favorite.
Yep. It's going to happen, people. Sunny days, Prairie Schooler, number 171.
Love it.
Thank you, Michelle. Very, very thoughtful of you, sweetheart.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't notice that was a watermelon. I guess I didn't recognize that.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm just...
Got a seagull on it, a
Look
flag,
at all this back stitching.
and a lighthouse.
Look at all this back stitching on this one. Like, that's
Yeah,
so...
but that goes so quick.
I know, but it's so cool, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And, like, the anchors on this one, that's cool.
Yeah, very, very, very nice.
So, Michelle, just because we're friends doesn't mean that you can chip me. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So, she sent me, this is called Mimi the Kitty.
Mimi.
And I
I
want to...
think it's cute.
I want to find out who it's by, but I can't tell. Oh, yeah. Hell's Couple Ditch.
Hell's Couple Ditch.
That's a name. Her parents hated her. So look at it. Look at it.
Aww.
I would love to find someone who can put a bow on a cat and let it stay like that without the cat eating you. But anyway, it's really cute. So thanks, Michelle. I love it. It's very cute.
Yep.
So, thank you. Okay.
Alrighty.
So, I got 2 extra racks this week that were just to me. Just saying. The first one is from someone named Deborah. I mean, she did talk about my mom in the note, but she was like, I feel like I know you and your mom, blah, blah, blah. So when she was cleaning out her stash, she found some patterns that made her think of me. And the first one is a Lizzy Kate's Pumpkin Fever. And
It's really, really cute. I don't know why it's not.
there it goes. So the border around the back of it is actually like this really cool overdyed floss, and it comes with the fabric, it comes with the fibers, or most of them, the specialty fibers, yeah.
Yeah.
And like the way that it's put together, so you can see it's like this bag. I've never seen anything like this
It
before.
might have been a limited kit. Limited edition kit, I mean.
So it says, kit includes linen, hand-dyed silk border fiber, so just the fiber for the border. Copper metallic fiber, so just the copper fiber too. The cat's eyes, which are like the beads. A needle, and a surprise gift. The surprise gift inside of here are pumpkin seeds. And it said that you could either eat them or plant them.
We tossed them since
Because it was from 1998.
it was from 1998. We thought maybe the pumpkin seeds might be a little dried out.
So that was, I hope you're not mad, Deborah. But I think that you would be very unhappy if I died because I ate one of them pumpkin seeds. So I got that. But I'm going to stitch this because I think it's cute. And it's limited edition, so like, people can't get it. So I like that. And then this is another Lizzy cake called Frosty Friends. And see that cat down at the bottom? Got the button and the fabric.
And the fabric. Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Very cute.
Very generous.
Yes, ma'am. And then I also got some freebies. So this is the, where did you find the title of it? Oh, Kiss of the Mummy. So it's like one of those kisses and some mummies.
Yeah, one of those
stuff.
cricket freebies.
And some waxing moon one. There's a pumpkin.
Yeah, a bunch of freebies.
And this is cute. This is from Mill Hill, but it says, "You are so beautiful to me." Cute, right?
From which? Oh, Mill Hill?
Uh-huh.
Well, it says compliments of
Well,
Butcher.
and then it says designs by
Whatever.
Lisa, so I don't know who the hell made it. Somebody designed it, whether it's Mill Hill, Wiltshire, and then,
Halloween from
yeah, so this is,
Cherrywood.
right. And then,
Yeah. Very nice.
so very cool. So thank you so much, Deborah. I appreciate that. I love you for that. And then the last thing I got, so remember last week when when we posted the video early because I had to go over to the Christmas ornament finishing class that was put on by our LNS.
Right. And there's pictures of that, by the way, on the Facebook page.
Facebook, so go check it out. And when I went over there to take pictures, there was a woman who was sitting there, and I'm so sorry that I do not remember your name. There was like 40 people there, okay? But she watches our videos, and she remembers, remember back in September when Mom and I went to Tierra, and we got the little basket, and I was like, I don't even know what the hell you do with this thing. Well, she had painted it and finished it and stitched on it, and was like, this is what you're supposed to do with it. So she gave me, this is a freebie pattern from... Yeah, good question. Oh, with thy needle and thread. Country stitches with thy needle and thread. So, it's a freebie pattern, and you stitch that, and then you finish it, like, on the lid of the Ort basket. So, it's called Ode to the Ort basket. And then it gives you all the instructions on how to do that.
Or you could purpose it any way you wanted.
Well, yeah.
You know, you wouldn't be limited to that little...
Right. But she was telling me that, like, that's how she finished that basket for me.
Okay.
So, thank you.
Okay. So,
people were real nice this week, just saying.
Yeah, really. Not a whole lot of haul this week. We did when we were over at the shop on Wednesday.
Well, Mom doesn't have a lot of haul this week, but
let's see. Steph went up in the half-price box, or pulled the half-price box over and started pawing through it, and came up with an old Samsara from, what year? 2002, called Liberty for Me. And she said, Mom, would you like that? And I said, yes, please.
Is that a Canadian one in the top right?
Yep.
Okay, just checking.
It's Canadian with a button
Poppy?
on it.
Is it a poppy button?
No, it's a maple leaf for
Oh,
Canada.
it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see what it says on here. Buttons. I guess there was a button pack issued.
Canadian weave.
The American weave, and then the Canadian weave, and then the Liberty for Me. So, hello, United States and Canada, purchased. So, That's what I got at the LNS
Right.
from the half-price box. Because, seriously, people, I don't need many more patterns.
But then I find
Life expectancy, whatever that thing is.
Right. Sable.
Sable.
Stable. Whatever.
Sable.
Well, I'm going to be 30 in December, so I have a lot longer to live.
Right.
So I am... Sounds really morbid and sad. But I'm going to get hit by a bus tomorrow. Anyway, I found lots of patterns in the half-price bin.
Sure.
So this is an old Plum Street called Hare's Summer. This is from 2009. Look at them. So I said, okay, fine. I will take it. Thank you much. Oh, here, give me that pattern that you just set, Sam. I'm going to show you at the end of the video what I came up with. And then this is a Bent Creek called Oodles of Spring. And I don't know why I like this, but I do. I just like the little gnome, I think, is my problem. And the bluebirds, they're so cute. Though, stop. And it came with a button, so, like, hi. And then this is a Bent Creek called Signs of Spring. And I've actually had this on my wish list for a while, so. Look at it. That bunny who's hopping on eggs is funny to me. And then a Heart and Hand. This is Leggy Pumpkinhead. Yeah, leggy.
Cute.
Love it. And that purple is Hyacinth by Big Star Works. I love it. So cute. And then hashtag Mom, stop making that face. This was your face. Sorry. Well, the funny part about when we watch our videos back is I'm like, why did you just make that face like you just hate everything about life when I'm talking? Probably because you don't. So, hashtag BAD Sal.
Why do I look like I'm in the little kid's chair?
Because your posture sucks, that's why. There you go.
My posture sucks, is
Yes.
what she said, just in case you didn't quite catch that.
Her posture sucks. So this is the BAD.
You were on a spring kick over there that day.
I was. I didn't really notice that, but now I do. So, anyway, so the BA hashtag BAD Sal is the Barbara Anna designed Sal. I do have a few Barbara Anna designs in my possession. However, that face is funny. But now I have another one, and it came with the fabric, and this is Welcome Spring. Look at his
That's pretty damn cute.
face.
Yeah.
Michelle, do you want this one done because the bees? I'm just asking. But look at that, and I want to find out what the... Ooh, it must be that Caribbean. See the welcome in the spring? I think that's done in Caribbean. It's a DMC variation. I love it. So cute. And half price. And then this is the last one that I got that was half price. This is from Down Under Designs in Pittsburgh. But
In Pittsburgh? Gosh, you're right.
I can read.
What's down under about Pittsburgh?
I don't want to find out. But I don't think they're in designed for...
Well, it says up here, it says Australian counted cross stitch.
Yeah, because I think it's supposed
Maybe
to...
she was Australian, but she moved to Pittsburgh. Who knows?
I have no idea. I can't wait to open this and find out what the friggin' deal is. But this says designed for linen and flower thread. What the hell does
There
that
was
mean?
a flower thread. We remember, don't we, old people? There was a flower thread.
Are you going to tell me what it is? You just want to tease me for being
No,
young?
it was kind of a different texture. It was smoother.
Weird.
And then they stopped making it. I think if you look in your DMC fold-out color book,
Yeah.
they might refer to it.
Okay.
I had a few skeins of it.
Okay. Well, anyway, this is called Balcony View from an Australian... the Down Under cross stitch from Pittsburgh. But I just like the boats and the cat. I don't know. I just think it's pretty.
Boats and cats.
I think it's pretty.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Plus, it was half off. So
Right.
Deal.
That's what you get for half off.
Australian Pittsburgh cross stitch. Okay. So then, Mom got one other piece of haul this week.
Yeah, one other piece of haul. I think if you remember when I was up at Craft Gallery, I found a couple of pickle barrel designs that I loved. They're full coverage, but they're small. And I think I got, what did I get now? Did I get
You got
Cape Cod Summer
and
Cape Cod Halloween. And thanks, Terry. You pointed me in the right direction to pick up Cape Cod Christmas, which Paula had on the wall at Craft Gallery, but she did not have any charts in stock. These are charted for all weeks, lots and lots of weeks,
Yep.
but I think we can fudge it. You know, it's only those large areas like the water and so forth that you really get some bang for your buck in terms of variation. The small motifs, you don't need variation.
right variegation.
Variegation, right?
Not variegation.
Yeah. So I picked that up from Stitcher's Garden.
Right.
Thanks
Online.
to the link that Stitch and Petunia, Terry, in Connecticut sent me. So, thanks, Terry. Hi, Terry.
Hi, Terry. Okay, so just real quick, back to this. So I just opened this up real fast, and to see if there's any information about this Australian Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, across it. But it says, has anyone ever opened an old pattern and read like the introduction paragraph?
They're pretty
it's
comical.
hysterical. So first of all, this is from 1987.
1987.
87. That's my birth year, people. Okay, it says, this is a counted cross-stitch pattern. Cross-stitch is a simple embroidery stitch and is probably one of the oldest forms of embroidery. It is a rhythmic and relaxing pastime, and if the thought of counting stitches daunts you, do not be defeated. Once the design is centered and the first few stitches completed, one just builds upon it somewhat like a jigsaw. If you have any initial problems, take advice from your nearest needlework shop, or do not hesitate to contact us. Thank you, Australian Pittsburgh. I appreciate you. Oh my gosh, that is funny as hell. Oh my god,
that is hysterical. Rhythmic
and relaxing. So it says work with a single strand of flower thread or 2 strands of DMC floss.
Yeah, because that flower thread is, you guys know, that flower thread was, shall we say, not as fibrous, was smoother. Oh. So you wouldn't get as good a coverage.
Well, it says to only use a single strand of flower thread.
Or maybe you got better coverage. I'm not sure. Whatever. It was a long time ago.
We're going to look it up, so it's fine. Wow, there's 3/4 stitches and all sorts of crazy shit in here. But anyway, I think it's cool. I'm just saying. But I saw that it was from 1987, and that's hysterical. Okay, so let me just put
Sorry, people, when I laugh, my eyes water.
They do. And when she cries, they water, too. Get it? Okay, so then I got way more haul this week than Pam did, so I'm not going to apologize for it, though. So Down Sunshine Lane was having a sale on the Val's Stuff Kitty Calendar series. So I have like a couple, I think I have like January, February or something already. And so they didn't have all of them, but they were half off or something like that? I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, there was a markdown, I'm not sure.
Okay, so these are the ones I got. So this is March. Look at that. And yeah, the buttons are included. And then this one might be one of my favorite. So I haven't at our LNS they actually someone, I'm assuming Barbara or whatever, stitched all of these, the kitty calendar, all together in one big long row. But then they all had to be on the same fabric. So because it was all one big piece. But then I see something like August. Look at how friggin' cute he is. And obviously that's not the same as that last... Hold on. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? So, like...
Well, didn't you talk about buying one frame and having a door opening in the back?
Yeah, so I can pop them in and out.
That Barbara that Barbara and Joe can fix for you, so
Right.
you pop them in and out from month to month.
Cute. You know what I just realized? Maybe this is me being stupid, but A, he was wearing sunglasses, and B, the red on him is his swimsuit.
How do you know that?
Because it's not like the red is part of his fur.
Well, it may be a tank top. Maybe
Well,
it's
tank top or whatever, but it's his summer look. It's his August. It's his August attire.
It's beach attire.
Yeah, duh. Because all cats go to the beach. And then, okay, hold on. Then I got my September, and that's done on like gingham fabric.
I love that one.
I do too. Yeah, he's very cute. I don't feel like you can't see the word September, so I might change that up a little bit.
Darken that up.
But pencil.
Yep.
And then November. Look at him. I think he's cute with the pumpkins and a moon. Precious.
Yep.
So that was from Down Sunshine Lane. So they often have really good sales, so keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, and we got a heads up from somebody on Facebook. I wish I could remember
Who it was?
but they said, it's right on the tip of my tongue. It was Teresa.
Oh.
Teresa said, hey, Pam, Down Sunshine Lane has those
Kitty calendars.
Head on over there. And I did immediately and picked up those for Steph. So,
Right.
yeah.
So then on Stash Unload, so we have pretty much every single just cross-stitched Christmas ornament issue that ever was. But there are actually a few that we don't have. So, including the 2007 issue, which I picked up from Stash Unload. So this is what the cover looks like. And here's a tip. So if one thing that I noticed about these, or if you're selling magazines on Stash Unload or Stash Unloading or whatever, any Facebook group, whatever, it is super helpful to post this picture and then this picture. Come on.
Well, they get the idea.
Yeah, there you go.
Table of contents?
So basically what it is it's the table of contents, and it lists all the designers. So like it lists like Blue Ribbon Designs, it lists Glory B, it lists Lottie Daw, it lists, the Prairie Schooler. So you can see like whose designs are in here. So I got it for 4 different patterns. One being this Joy right here, so Lizzy Kate. I like that right there. The ornament. And then I also got it for this one. It's the Sisters and Best Friends, which if anyone knows anything about Sisters and Best Friends, it's basically Amy Brucken, or Brucken, however you say it. All flakes welcome. I love it. It's cute. And then last but not least, I got it. Oh, this is gonna be hard to show. For this one. And it says a Merry Kitty Claus. It's on the cover too. Which one? That one. Look at him. And these are paw prints that go on here. Isn't that cute though? He's so cute. So even though I'm over ornaments right now.
Right.
Come next year when I'm not over ornaments.
Right.
Obviously. So.
We're back at it.
And then off of the Bay of Evil, Mom has a saved search for Prairie Moons.
Right.
So when someone lists Prairie Moons, she gets a notification.
Right. And we're not like Drew at Weasley's.
Right.
We're not out to collect them all.
Right.
We're somewhat more particular.
We are.
Or she is. Well, I am too.
So
we only are after certain ones.
Right. So this was in the whole kit. She got all that.
Oh wow!
So these are all this is the pattern. So this is
but it originally was a kit.
Yeah. So this is the cat shadow box.
So you got all that other accessory.
Yeah,
stuff
it says it includes the cat bucket, the 2 spiders, 3 spider webs, and the pattern. So you got the whole thing. So it says you will need a 5x7 shadow box with a depth of 1 to 3/4 inch to accommodate the bucket.
You know what? You could do that. You could do that you could find stuff at Hobby Lobby or
oh yeah, for
Walmart
sure.
or whatever.
If I even really want to do that, but I kind of just like the cat by herself.
Well, okay then.
So, and I like his bow tie. I'm just saying. So, I mean, look how small that is.
Yeah, that's...
So, yeah. So, the person on eBay had like maybe 5 fairy moons. And this was one that I definitely wanted. So,
right.
Yeah.
So that's about it.
Stuff like that.
Right.
Right.
So we'll probably go over on Tuesday to the shop since the holiday's coming and the company is coming back. And
at least I don't have to drive anywhere.
No, we are going to be home and we are going to roast a duck.
And a turkey breast.
And a turkey breast, but we are going to use a recipe that I found from the Barefoot Contessa, Ina Garden. And we got it at Whole Foods yesterday. And with all the sides and the desserts, we'll have a very nice Thanksgiving. And we hope you do too.
If you're going far or wide, or
please travel safely, and we hope that your travels go smoothly as well. It always amazes me how many people fly for Thanksgiving.
I know.
So if you're flying, I hope everything goes according to your plan. And we will see what happens next week in terms of our company and the holiday when we get back at you. But
I think, it takes them, 5 hours to get home, because I live in Pittsburgh, ironically enough. Not that we've shitted on Pittsburgh all this whole video. That's where my brother and sister-in-law live. But anyway, so...
They're home already.
Yeah, right.
They left early this morning.
Right, but, so they'll probably leave early Sunday too, I think. And next Sunday,
Good chance.
So, yeah, it shouldn't really affect our week that much. So, we might not have as much to share just because we're not going to be stitching a whole heck of a lot like per usual.
But I'm going to keep plowing away at my Canada sampler. We'll also have a video next week of the final letters in our Mother's Tree. We'll do that over at the shop. And that will be very exciting. I feel very happy and just very... content to have that Mother's Tree completed. I'd had that in my collection for a very, very long time. And it is one of those times when your passions collide. And that's, So that had to be done before I kicked the bucket.
Yes.
But I'm having fun with Canada Sampler, and we'll continue with that with maybe a few breaks in between.
Right. So remember I said I'm going to show you all this at the end of the video? So, just so you know, and anyone that makes Frosty videos knows this, is that you put everything before video in a nice pile, and then at the end of the video, it's all just everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Hashtag pro tip.
Yeah, Danielle did a really good video about how everything is all spread out. People talk about it on their videos. So now we have a toss bucket.
Well, I don't want to say toss because people send us stuff.
But we just get it organized and then...
So now, throughout the video, as we show stuff, I can just...
It makes sense. It's not disrespectful.
Okay, I just didn't want to...
Unappreciative.
Okay. But we got this on sale for $2.29 at Target.
Right.
So now I don't have to keep bending over and picking everything over the floor.
Right. And I picked up my my little, what do you want to call it, shelf from Target.
The same shelf that I got?
Yeah, she had an Instagram post about when she organized. So all I need to do is pick up my magazine holders, and we are going to be all neat and tidy. So,
buttoned up.
Yeah.
Since we're so buttoned up.
Anyway, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We'll see you after the holiday. And it's getting almost time to show all of our ornaments as well. So we're looking forward to that. That's going to be a blowout video, let me tell you.
So just know that we are very thankful for you. And we're thankful for Cross Stitch. And we're thankful for this community.
Absolutely. And that is very, very sincerely felt. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And we'll see you after the holiday. Bye.
This is Pam. And I'm Stephanie, and this is Just Keep Stitching.
Ooh, I forgot the ending.
How did you forget that?
I don't know.
Bye, everyone. Have a great Thanksgiving. Bye.